Life can get really busy and cluttered. In American culture, quite often, it's the more you have, the better you think your life might get. What we're trying to teach the kids in this community is a simple lifestyle. We love the opportunity to teach them about this type of living. At Pivot, we say it takes a community to build a community. And this neighborhood was built by the Oklahoma City community, by partnerships with interior designers, architects, flooring companies, window manufacturers, and the icing on the cake is our partnership with Mitsubishi Electric Train. When it comes to kids aging out of foster care, there's a statistic that says that 50% of all youth who age out of foster care within 6 months will be homeless. Our goal is to catch those kids before they reach that point and give them a stability where they can be successful living on their own someday.
I think tiny homes is just cool because it's pushing the envelope. It's something that's different. I like the challenge. There's the challenge of being able to bring about all of the amenities, or as close as you can to all of the amenities that you would have in a full-size home, but being able to do it on this reduced footprint. So these homes are about 280 square feet apiece. And so being able to provide all of the things that you would get in a full-size home into something that small requires a lot of thinking. These tiny homes are like children to me. I can't say that one is my absolute favorite, but Unit 9 is up there. This unit is very unique in the sense that we've got these clerestory windows that go around the entire unit. They let in a lot of natural light. It creates a very awesome experience when you're inside of this. You don't need any lights on. You can kind of just hang out, read a book. 11, 12, and Unit 2, these were built by a local contractor. Very unique, as you can see. You stand back off of this home, the brick pattern does a little dance for you. My kids have been out here and they love the turf that's on Unit 12. Being able to walk around and see the variations and know the stories behind each one of these houses. Oh, this architect was involved in this house, or this vendor donated this to that house, I think is just the outward manifestation of all of the people that saw the vision, saw the work that Pivot is doing, and decided to be a part of that.
The Pivot Tiny Homes project was brought to me by one of my engineers, Adam Fitzpatrick with FSB. Being an HVAC guy in Oklahoma, I get hit up for free air conditioning all the time, but generally the cost is not as good as this. When we came here and somebody actually needs it, I was excited to be a part of it.
For communities like this, especially for nonprofits, the biggest challenge is cost. And so when we have partnerships like this partnership, they make dreams come true. They make this be able to happen.
Back here we have the outdoor unit. You can see it's a small footprint. It's close to the house, doesn't take up much space. This unit does both heating and cooling. There's no need for gas, no need for a furnace. What makes the mini split work so well is the fact that they are easy to install. The cost of the equipment is much lower than traditional equipment. It's one unit inside and one unit outside. And so in a tiny home like this, where you only have a certain amount of floor space, you don't want to take it up with a mechanical closet. So it's a good looking piece of equipment that hangs on the wall and heats and cools with no gas or anything like that. It's a perfect fit.
Our goal is to make a big footprint for young people, but not to make a big footprint environmentally. And by this opportunity and this partnership, we're able to do that. The tiny homes at Pivot are a place where kids can have their own space. A lot of these kids didn't grow up in a place that was safe, where their needs were met, and because of that, they've been in survival mode. But here in these homes, we take away all the burden of that, and then they get to focus on what do they want to be when they grow up? How do they want to save for a car? Do they want to go to college? These are all very important things that they want to consider, but they don't get that opportunity if they're living in survival mode all the time. This eliminates those barriers.
So basically what I have is my bed, the Xbox I put in myself. I had to walk about 3 days to make the money to get it. The TV was here, basically a lot of the furniture was here. Got my sink, my microwave, got storage space down there, the induction stove top. Main stuff that I cooked was grilled cheese and mac and cheese.
So you like cheese?
Kinda, yeah.
So quite often the kids that live here have grown up in shelters, which means it's group living and there's been a lot out of their control. So the first night when they sleep in their tiny home for the first time, the next day they wake up with so many questions. And so we love to teach them all the ways that they have control of their own environment, it really empowers them, and it's really freeing for them.
Something that we take for granted every day when you walk in different buildings, 70 degrees. Well, we live in Oklahoma and it can be 105 or it can be 0. And so to be able to provide a system for these at-risk youth is just probably one of the most exciting and fulfilling things that I've done in my career.
One of the benefits of these systems is how quiet they are. And for kids that grow up in chaos and there's noise around them all the time, when they first stay in their tiny home and it's quiet, they feel this peace for the first time, and they tell us that. They feel peace for the first time in their lives, and it's powerful.
I hope this belief comes into fruition, that other places will look at this and see it as a model that they can solve some of the issues in their cities. Whether it's homelessness or veterans needing a place to stay, it's really low impact. It's a tiny impact, no pun intended, because you don't require much for these, yet the impact in somebody's lives is really big.
When you provide basic needs for someone who has not had basic needs met, they can grow and they can flourish. And that's the magic formula, is providing for basic needs.
To watch the full episode of the Go Green special, download the free Very Local app.